Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official NBA playoff feature review on Drizzleland, featuring co-host, my one and only best friend in the whole wide worldies, J. Wilkins 79. He knows a lot about NBA, you guys, because he plays 2K. I have not played a single 2K game in about 4 years.
I would say I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And we're going to get to the playoffs and talk about each matchup, and we're going to go through each one. And let's start with the East. Our favorite team, the Bulls, up against the Celtics. So, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one because Celtics are the number one seed, looks like. So,
me personally, I've watched highlights of Jimmy Butler and Wade working together, and I think that tando with Lopez, I feel like they are going to be really dominant in the middle. They're not going to let, just cheesy shots go in. They're going to be blocking shots. They're not going to let people walk right past them. They're not going to play Cavs defense, pretty much.
You might know this. I don't know this. Is Rondo playing?
No,
or is he hurt?
He's injured.
Oh.
He's going to be out for the whole playoffs. So
are you serious?
He has some type of ankle injury.
See, who's playing? I think Grant's playing point guard, isn't he?
And he's pretty good, actually.
He's
not a bad player at all. So.
And even like on 2K, if I use the Bulls, I usually just take Rondo out anyway. I mean, I like Rondo, but Grant is a better shooter.
Well, and Rondo's a whiny baby.
Do you hear what he did for the Mavericks a long time ago when he played?
He set out games because he didn't want to play for him.
Yeah.
And he just got paid.
I think so.
Yeah.
And that made me lose a lot of respect for Rondo because when he was on the Celtics, he was great. I mean.
But I think also Rondo is still going to show up to these games.
I hope so.
He's still going to want to be part of that whole scene because he played for the Celtics for years.
Right.
So he's going to want to be around his buddies pretty much.
Right.
Which.
What do you think about Isaiah Thomas on the Celtics, one of the best point guards in the league? Who they better really guard him. They should put Wade on him. That'd probably be a better matchup, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't put a rookie on him. No.
Don't put Grant on him unless Grant's good at defense. I don't know for sure. Let's go to the next matchup: Cavs versus Pacers. What do you think about that? I think the Pacers are in for a long series, but they could. What do you think? I mean, is Paul George, does he have enough people around him to...
I think he has enough young talent around him to be able to compete with this Cavs team, because the Cavs don't know how to do anything really other than shoot. They can score, but they can't play defense worth anything.
Well, they have all sorts of bench players they can come at you with, like Kyle Korver and... Channing Frye, I think, still plays for them. Richard Jefferson.
Schrader.
I don't know. I think Jefferson actually starts. I'm not 100% on that. But what the Cavaliers don't have is a center. Because Tristan Thompson is not really a center. He's a power forward, I believe.
It's not very good anyways.
All he does is rebound and defense, which is fine, but they need a center. And I think, I don't know who the Pacers center is, but I think...
I feel like with Stevenson back on the Pacers, I feel like they have a lethal weapon that they can use at any point in time.
They'll probably put Lance on LeBron James.
Yeah. And I know people like LeBron and they cheer for him and stuff, but have we not seen enough LeBron win championships?
I mean, we have. And if he doesn't win this year, he'll probably go back to Miami, knowing him.
Or he'll end up in Chicago.
Would you like the Bulls? I mean, would you like LeBron if he was in Chicago?
A little better, yes, because he would wear the 23 jersey, which would bring back memories, from the Jordan days.
But he can't use Jordan's number, though. I thought it was retired.
No, that's right. They retired him. No, he'd have to be like 24.
Because that would be disrespectful, I think, if he was 23, because...
But I feel like that series is going to be one of those 7-game series. It's not going to be one of those blowouts or anything. Okay,
but let's go back to the first one, Celtics Bulls. Who do you predict to win that series?
I'm a Bulls fan, so you already know where my loyalty lies, and that's what.
I'm gonna have to say Bulls on that one. Cavs versus Pacers. Who you really think's gonna win it? I know you want the Pacers to win.
I hate to say it, but Cavs. Cavs.
I'm going to have to say Cavs on that one also. Raptors versus Bucks. Raptors are 3 seed, Bucks are 6. I don't know much about the Raptors other than Kyle Lowry and DeRozan are very good.
Well, they have Ibaka.
They do have Ibaka.
Yeah.
That's really helped them out. Yeah.
So
I'll block you.
I mean, I feel like the Raptors showed last year that they're perfectly capable of keeping up with the better teams. In fact, didn't they eliminate one of the best teams last year?
I think they did.
Yeah.
They went to like the second round.
Didn't they beat the Hawks?
They beat the Hawks, I
yeah,
believe.
They were like 2 or 3 seed last year. So
now the Bucks have what's his name? I always forget his name. Oh God, Anakatumpo or something. I can't say his last name.
Yeah.
He's a really good. I think he plays small forward. And they got John Henson and who was the point guard from Milwaukee? See, like I said, I don't know all about NBA, but they're a pretty good team if they always usually make it to the playoffs. And
if you want to look up Bucks history for like the 90s teams, Ray Allen did play on that team.
Yeah.
And I think Gary Payton even did too.
He might have, yeah.
Vin Baker, I know that.
Vin Baker.
Sean Kemp, I think, did play for them for 1 season before he retired.
I wouldn't doubt it. So who do you think's gonna win that series?
Well, I don't know. That could go either way because it really depends on defense and fouls and things like that. Because if the star players get fouled out right away, who's really going to help the Bucks out? I mean, unless they got some crazy rookie on the bench that we're not aware of that can score 50 points.
Secret weapon.
But I don't know. I'd pick Toronto personally. I think they're.
I'm gonna go with Toronto also.
I think they're a better team.
Wizards versus Hawks. The Wizards, John Wall, Bradley Beal. Boy. Hey, Lily, what's up? Drizzle's cat.
She's been sleeping the whole day, pretty much.
So the Wizards, the Hawks have Paul Millsap, Dennis Schroeder, I think, plays point guard, and they got. I mean, they're both pretty well, they have a good team. They both of them play well, team ball, but I think John Wall is almost unstoppable at point guard. I mean,
well, yeah, you can't. I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna pick the Wizards in that series because they have the better team. They have the better point guard, better offense. They play defense. Have the Hawks really shown anything in the last few years that scream like, we're gonna kick your butts? Not really.
They always do pretty well, but I don't think they have a really all-star player. Paul Millsap could be considered an all-star, I guess, but they do play good team ball. They kind of remind me of the Spurs, but I don't think the Hawks can win a championship. They need some superstars.
They needed Dwight Howard a few years ago, which never happened.
And Dwight's on the Rockets, of course, now. So.
Well, actually, no, I don't even think he is.
He's not?
No, I think that he.
I thought he is. No, I think he still plays.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He was talking about retiring.
He was talking about it. So who's going to win that series, Wizards or Hawks?
Oh, I'm Wizards, yeah.
Wizards, okay.
I think they're going to sweep the Hawks. I think it's going to be one of those 4 games and out situations. I just don't see Atlanta really doing any damage. I don't think they have a good enough team to win more than 1 game.
Okay. I guess go with my gut, the Wizards. I'm going to have to say I think John Wall is unstoppable pretty much for any team. And let's go with the West now. Let's get to the West. Warriors versus Trailblazers. I really want the Warriors to lose this series. I want to get the Warriors out. I hate the Warriors more than the Cavs, to be honest. What do you think?
Well, I'm not really a Kevin Durant fan. I was a Westbrook fan. I thought Westbrook was the better player. And
Durant is back now from his injury, so he's going to be ready for the playoffs. Durant
just gets injured all the time, and he whines and cries about fouls.
I don't like his attitude.
No, he doesn't have
a
good
all.
attitude.
Westbrook has a pretty good attitude, and I want someone to just get rid of these Warriors. Curry is just, he's good, but pretty much all he does is shoot threes. That's all I see.
The only thing I'm going to say about the Warriors, because I don't want to out the Warrior fan base or anything.
Right. I like Klay Thompson.
I admire the dedication of the Warriors fans because all those years you guys were god awful.
Yeah.
And you were like at the bottom of the league, and now you had to work your way up. And I actually appreciate that. That's cool. I like that you guys built your team all the way up. Like,
and I don't hate Stephen Curry. I just think, from what I'm seeing, all he does is shoot threes. I mean, he can drive to the basket, but I think he's teaching kids that it's okay just to fire threes all game, and I don't like that. And I don't like it. I just don't.
I'm picking the Trail. You know what I'm going to say right now? Trailblazers upset. Trailblazers, you guys are on a winning streak actually at the end of the season, and I was admiring the fact that they've developed their team. They've drafted well.
Damon Lillard.
Yeah, that guy's amazing. That guy can ball.
Yes.
And he's from California. He went to Santa Barbara State or something like that. And he was an undrafted player, I believe. I think they just got him off of like waivers or something. And I don't know. I've always liked the Trailblazers. If you want my, I mean, Scottie Pippen played for them years ago. I mean, they used to have a pretty good team for a while. So.
But do you think they're good enough to beat the Warriors?
I think in 7 games, yes.
Okay. I would go with the Blazers. That's who I want to win, but unfortunately, I think the Warriors are just too stacked, unfortunately. So I'm going to go with the Warriors. Next, Spurs versus Grizzlies. The Spurs always do well in the playoffs, seems like.
I feel like the Grizzlies are a up-and-coming team. They have a lot of young talent. I think their point guard is pretty good.
Mike Conley?
Yeah, I think he's really good.
He's very good. And they have Vince Carter. I think he starts for them, actually. So that's great to see.
Insania.
Yeah. Spurs, they don't have Tim Duncan, but they have Aldridge now. They have still Ginobili, Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, of course. I'm going to have to say Spurs in this one. I mean, the Grizzlies, I don't think have enough fight.
I feel like this is going to be a series where it's like 2 to 4 games, I think. My concern is that if you can't defend Kawhi Leonard, because he's pretty much unstoppable right now. You're not going to really beat them because he's gonna make sure he scores at least 23 points a game.
At least, yeah.
Ginobili is still pretty decent. This might be his last year.
You don't hear much about Leonard though. I like him because he's kind of, you don't see him much in interviews. You don't hear much talk about. He's probably one of the best players in the league.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Camera keeps falling down.
Oh
boy. So there's 2 more here. Rockets and Thunder. Let's talk about that one. That's gonna be a good series.
Oh my God, frankly, I think that's going to be the best playoff series of the whole thing.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably the best one.
Because they're just going to keep going at each other.
James Harden and Westbrook.
Patrick Beverly, I think, is decent.
He is.
He's a good player.
And then they got Dwight, and then, of course, the Rockets have Harden, and who else do the Rockets have? No, wait. The Thunder, I'm sorry. Westbrook, Oladipo is pretty good. They got that, what's their center's name on the Thunder? Cantor or something? Yeah, he's pretty good.
Is Mason Plumlee still on the team?
He might be, and I know the Thunder got Taj Gibson also.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Well, that would help them.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
So this will be tough, but I think I'm gonna go with the Rockets. I mean Westbrook's good, but I think the Rockets can stop him. I mean, as long as Dwight plays to his, you disagree?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not a Dwight Howard fan. I always thought
I'm not either that much.
I thought he was garbage, if you want my opinion.
When he was in Orlando, though, he played pretty well. I mean,
that was his major career.
Yeah.
Much. I mean, after that, he kind of stunk it up.
So you're taking the Thunder then?
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
Yes, Westbrook. Who can guard Westbrook?
Nobody.
Right now? Nobody. He's scoring like 50 a game.
That's true.
Much, so. And
That's
they
true.
got a good coach. So I mean, and I think it's gonna. I think the Spurs are gonna play the Thunder honestly in the second round. That's what I feel like.
All right. Clippers versus Jazz is the last matchup.
Okay. Well,
I know you like the Clippers a lot, and I do too.
I just like Chris Paul. I think he's incredibly talented. I mean, the guy scores off other players. I mean, I've seen him like do scoop shots from like the point, like the 3-point line and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is just that good.
That teardrop,
Yeah.
it's a floater. It's unstoppable.
I mean, and Austin Rivers is decent.
Austin
too.
Rivers.
So, I mean,
yeah.
the additions they got like during the trade deadline, I thought was decent too.
And you got Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
You got DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan's been good for many years.
Jamal
so, I mean,
Crawford.
Yeah, he's good too. So I mean.
But the Jazz, who's on the Jazz, man? Al Jefferson, I think. Trey Burke, I think is their point guard. Yeah. Oh, Gordon Hayward, unless he got traded. No, I think he's still on there.
Their team.
I'm gonna have to go with the Clippers. I know Drizzle's probably gonna go with the Clippers on that one.
Yeah, I'm actually I like any team from Los Angeles, like Lakers.
Yeah.
My Lakers aren't even in the playoffs.
Well, it used to be Lakers were the better team. Now they've really switched up. Who would have thought the Clippers would ever be a good team? I mean, they used to.
Throughout the 80s and 90s, they were pretty bad.
They were trash.
They even tried to trade to get Jordan actually at the end of his career.
Really?
Yeah, it was in his biography. Yeah, that's why he actually decided to retire, because they were going to trade him to the Clippers.
So the only
I think that's true.
Okay. So the only matchup that we disagreed about was the Rockets and Thunder. So, all right, we're going to let you guys go now. We will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like, subscribe to Drizzleland channel, and we'll see you all later. Thank you.